It's coffee time. This is one of those mugs that I just love, but is so awkward to drink from because obviously every aspect of it is on a harsh angle. I can't put a spoon in there. I had a spoon in at first, and then every time I was taking a drink, like my thumb was cramping trying to keep it in place and not have it hit me. So it's just, I mean, it's a creeper mug. There are obvious issues with trying to use a creeper mug, but I am okay with it because I love it and everything is wonderful. It's also very hot in my room right now, which makes it silly that I'm drinking coffee. But I honestly didn't even think about it. I was like, I could go for some coffee. And so I made some coffee and then brought it into my room, sat down, and went, oh, this was the worst idea ever because it was already warm in here. I'm not going to open up my window. I thought about doing it. Thought about opening up my window while I made videos, but it's just, there's so many street sounds, number one. And number two, the dog next door has been tripping balls for the last hour. So I figure I can deal. I can keep it closed for just a little bit. And the AC's on. I don't know, guys. We're trying. We're trying here. But maybe the hot coffee was a bad idea. One of the things that I need to be doing when I move is always have ice. I need to always have ice around. There are things that I used to do that are obvious things that a lot of people do, but things that I haven't done in a long time. Things that I used to do when I lived alone that would cut all my bills down. One of them was always making sure that my ice cube trays were filled because I think to myself, okay, I can either turn on AC or I can just drink something with a lot of ice in it. So things like that. I need to start doing those things again. It's going to be wonderful. I am the worst employee, by the way, already. This was my first day back at Maker. Because remember, I'm working in the mornings. Did I tell you guys that? Gosh, I can't even remember. I feel like I must have. So I'm working at Maker for Polaris. I go in every morning at 8 in the morning, and I stay until 1 or 2, depending on what work we're doing, right? So this is what I've been having a lot of meetings about because we've been developing shows, we've been doing test shoots, all these things, but these were all things that I couldn't talk about yet. So that's why we've had so many episodes where I've been like, okay, I was in a meeting for a thing that I can't talk about, and then we were shooting a thing that I can't talk about. There's been a lot of it for the last while. So yeah. So today was my very first day going in and doing the Polaris news show. And I set 2 alarms. I set one for 6:30 and one for 7 because I was like, okay, I need enough time to shower and get dressed, not feel stressed out, and then go to work. So I set both of those alarms. I put my phone on as loud as it could go. I made sure that it wasn't on silent. And even if it is on silent, the alarm still goes off. But I just wanted to make sure, right? And then I fall asleep. And then I wake up to a text message noise at 8:30 with poor Jared, my producer, being like, hey, are you on your way? Hey, where are you? I was like, no! I got so upset. I called him. I was like, hey, Jared, I'm so sorry. I either slept through both of my alarms or they didn't go off. And I think you're wonderful. And I'll be there soon. Blah. I got so sad. It was my first day, guys. I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be great. I don't even have to do my makeup or my hair because somebody's going to do it for me. This is going to be the best. Just so sad. But it's okay because I got there and it turns out that they had a problem setting stuff up anyway. So they were like, we're running a little bit behind. And I was like, oh, perfect. Mwah. First day is always bumpy. And then from here on out, we get it sorted, right? But I felt so bad. It's like, no, this is my first day! How does this happen? But it's okay. It's all okay. My favorite makeup lady, Ada, was there. She was like, hi, how are you? I was like, I'm good. Can you do my makeup? And she was like, yeah. I love her. She's so sweet. And she airbrushed my face. Okay, look. Remember how I've said multiple times I don't understand makeup at all? Like, I don't get it. the only thing that I know how to do is eyeliner, and that's because there have been so many moments in my life where my eyes have just looked wonktastic, and somebody taught me how to do it. This is it. So, so Ada was like, okay, so I have to leave really soon here, so I'm going to airbrush your face so that it lasts for a long time. I was like, what? So she pulls out this tiny airbrush machine and put foundation in the airbrush and airbrushed it on my face. What? It was the weirdest. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, this is officially on a new level. Like, I already don't understand foundation or how to use it. Foundation in an airbrush, my brain was leaking. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, this is great because, you know, it gives you a nice even coat. It just, you know, it takes a little bit longer to apply, but, you know, and then it'll last longer and it won't, you know, get weird in the lights. And I was like, what? What? Crazy. But it turned out it was awesome. She's the best. Because we did a photo shoot for a super secret project. So that was me, Mike, Ro, I was about to say me, Mike, Rowe, Husky, and then I went, wait, something's wrong there. Because Mike and Husky are the same person. So it was me, Mike, Rowe, Jesse, and Davis from the Warp Zone. And the five of us were doing like promo pics, sort of a thing. And when I got out of the shoots for Polaris, I came out, and Ada was still there. And I was like, hi. Would it be ridiculous for me to ask you if I can get a touch-up? And she was like, no, of course not. I was like, are you sure? Like just, it's fine if it's just, hey, maybe you should fix your eyes because they're looking wonky and I'll just go fix them. And she was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll just fix it for you. And I was like, okay, thank you. You're the best. She fixed my makeup for me. It was great. But then I had to run home. I totally forgot my contacts. The yellow contacts I got for this project. I got for this shoot specifically, which is why I said that it was awesome because I get to write them off. But yeah, so I was supposed to go directly from that to the picture shoot and then realized that I didn't have my contacts, so I had to run home, put in my contacts, which my eyes are getting really used to those, by the way, the yellow ones. They were just like, cool, we're good, we're in. I was like, awesome, best, awesome, great, yes, yes, yes. And then we went back to the shoot, and it was fun. I had a fun day. Came back and realized that it was mega hot in my house. Happily Erin, and her hubby got a house. I'm so excited for them. They didn't buy it, obviously, but they were needing to look for a new place to live. So they got a place, and I'm so happy for them because we were looking for places at the exact same time. And so when I got my place and they were still on the lookout for places, I was like, okay, now that I've got mine, I'll help you guys find one. And I was not helpful at all, but it was just like, oh, I feel bad that I have one and you guys don't yet. So I'm so happy for them. I'm so glad that they have a place. Them and their puppies, they get to move. And apparently it's cheaper than the one that they had before, but also bigger, which is the best. Like that's always the ideal, right? Going from 4 other roommates to 0 roommates, there was literally no possibility of me being like, oh my gosh, I'm paying less, but I get more. That wasn't going to happen for me, but I'm glad that it happened for them. Yes. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. I need to record news still, but I started packing things. I keep getting distracted packing things because I work myself into like a mental frenzy where I'm like, oh no, the move day is coming up. I need to make sure that I have everything done, like ready to go. Even though it's like 2 weeks away, I'm like, oh no, I need to pack everything now. I need to do this now so that I'm not worried about it later. It's so silly. But yeah. So I've been just packing things and getting stuff together, and I still haven't taken a load over to the house, but I should. Yeah. What a good story, Dodge. Thank you, Internet. I guess I'm gonna go do news, And yeah, I hope you guys had a great day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.